Hello and welcome to Wayne's World. Today we'll be spending some time looking at the Charlie Kirk assassination and the movie Snake Eyes from 1998. I have identified 30 amazing coincidences that I thought I'd share with you. Here is an image of the original poster for the movie. As you can see, there is already a lot of occult symbolism with the hand gestures, and it says believe everything except your eyes. This is an image from the beginning of the movie. In real life, it has been alleged that the assassin was called Tyler. Charlie Kirk was assassinated September 10th. The movie does show September and it looks like September 10th, but it is actually September 19th. However, 1 + 9 = 10 and the match is 10 p.m. 2025 is also the Chinese Year of the Snake. At the start of the movie there is also a storm called Jezebel. In real life, a liberal website called Jezebel paid Etsy witches to put a hex or curse on Charlie. We'll get into the minor symbolism first before we get into the heavy stuff. The boxing match itself is symbolic of the debate itself. In real life, it could be argued that Charlie never lost a debate. There are Mexican flags being shown. This could be symbolic of the clampdown on immigration in the United States. The lady that distracts the Navy commander is dressed in red, and later in his dressing gown Tyler is dressed in a blue dressing gown. This is symbolic of the rivalry between Republicans and Democrats. The killing is blamed on a Palestinian, which is symbolic of what is happening in the Middle East. The lady in white in the movie is a whistleblower and is dressed in a blonde wig and white suit. She looks very similar to Erica Kirk. While making the movie, there were two different endings made, which is symbolic of the two different narratives. The official one and then the conspiracy one. In the movie, it is Charles Kirkland that is assassinated. In real life, it is Charlie Kirk. The names are very similar and they were both shot in the neck by a sniper. In the movie, it was an inside job. It was his own bodyguard that helped kill him. In real life, it has been alleged that Charlie's own security team were involved. Many people think the text messages between Tyler and his furry boyfriend are fake. In the movie, the commander plants a fake confession letter on the assassin. I have 3 images on the page for you. These are images from the movie and show the different costume changes of the character. In real life, it is alleged that the real Tyler changed his outfit 3 times. After the assassination, the officer interviews the boxer and the officer states that they attended the same school. The real-life assassination occurred at the same university that Tyler attended. The real-life Kirk was shot in the neck near the C7 vertebrae. The film assassination occurs in the 7th round. The film makes reference to round 7 a number of times and is released in America on August 7th. There are also similarities when it comes to the camera angles. It is alleged that bodyguards interfered with them. In the movie, the detective looks at the different camera angles and sees that the boxer took a dive because the knockout punch didn't actually connect. At the end of the movie, there is a scene with construction workers in the background doing nothing at first. It doesn't really add anything to the story, but it feels like the director is trying to draw your attention to it. In real life, people are saying the crime scene was cleaned up too quickly. In real life, the gun was a Model 98. The movie was released in 98. The odds of rolling a Snake Eyes is 36-1 and the ammo used in real life is 30.6. Kinda poetic. 38 minutes into the movie, the officer says to the commander, 5 people make a conspiracy, right? It is like a nod to the audience. It looks to me like there were 5 bodyguards or security protecting Charlie Kirk. In addition, there are 5 surviving Turning Point USA Board of Directors. Candace Owens has been busy investigating. She says she has identified a man and woman that could be involved. In the movie, the commander has help from a male and female which he kills. In real life, there are videos of people saying they saw drones. In the movie, there is a new drone-like camera to monitor the audience reaction. One of the conspirators in the movie goes on record to say that the new missile system will go ahead as that's what Kirkland would want. In real life, people were showing a letter that Kirk sent Israel showing he supported them. Texts released by Candace Owens shows he was going to stop supporting Israel. Billionaire Bill Ackman was reportedly furious at Charlie Kirk and allegedly tried to bully him with others at a meeting in the Hamptons. In real life, people are alleging that the real-life CCTV was doctored as the shadows aren't clear. In the movie, the beaten cop realizes he is being followed as he sees the shadows. I usually don't entertain Q or that nonsense, but found something they might be interested in. JFK was the 35th president of the USA, and my understanding is Q started with him. He's also someone that was assassinated by a sniper. Obviously 17 represents the 17th letter of the alphabet, which is Q. The room is booked under Ned Campbell. I am not fully clued up on gematria, but I know followers of Q like it. If you put Ned Campbell into gematria, then it matches exactly with Abe Lincoln, who was another assassinated president. Mar-a-Lago also matches the Jewish gematria. This is a property Trump owns, and he has recently survived an assassination attempt. Now something else for the Q followers. In the movie, the officer mentions their school sports team a number of times. The Sea Devils. I feel that they are trying to draw our attention to the Sea Devils. I can't find any sports teams in the USA called the Sea Devils, but there is an American football team in Germany called the Hamburg Sea Devils. Could Hamburg be where the goth man and woman are? It doesn't have to be in Germany, as America also has a number of places called Hamburg. There is one town called Hamburg in Iowa who was once a big exporter of popcorn. Thought that might be interesting for the Q Brigade, as they are always telling us to stock up on popcorn. Now that I have finished trolling the Q Brigade, I can move on to the last weird thing. The movie is 27 years old and therefore joins the 27 Club. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then here is a brief description. You can always do your own research. There's a number of people with new jobs connected to the investigation. New hospital chief, new special agent in charge, newly promoted local police, new records specialist who was a witness to the assassination who was interviewed by a new reporter. The state attorney general also only got his job last November. Anyway, thanks for listening. Remember, 5 people make a conspiracy. Who do you think are the 5 people? This has been Wayne's World. Bye for now.